Welcome to Fashionable Trash Talk. I'm your host, Ashley Aaliyah. Here I analyze and discuss the fashion of celebrities and anyone influential. On today's episode, I am going to focus on Ryan Destiny and how I would style her or like to see her be styled. I think this is a good person to do right now because she's been getting a lot of publicity because she has brought Law Roach out of retirement and everyone is anticipating their collaboration and what they would do and what they will create. Now, my personal opinion about Ryan Destiny's fashion, I did a video on this on TikTok and I actually posted on YouTube and the girls were in a tizzy. I do not think that Ryan Destiny is poorly dressed whatsoever. However, I think her look is way too safe. I think it aligns a lot with what we already see from a lot of Instagram influencers, actresses, and people who don't want to look too urban. I don't see her taking a lot of risk. So with that being said, I think her style was a little boring. And people took offense when I said that on my video. So that's why I wanted to explain more what I meant by boring. It doesn't mean that I don't think that she has a classic look. I just think it's not exciting. You know, it's like, okay, cute girl. We know that she's beautiful. We know that she has a nice physique. What else? That's kind of what I feel when I see Ryan Destiny's style. And I think she has so much potential, but I think the way her makeup and hair is, it keeps her inside of this extremely limited box. And I think that so much of the styling now is male-centered in the sense of there are a lot of queer men who are doing the fashion styling, the hair, the makeup. And so all of the styling that we are seeing is coming completely from a male gaze. And it's very rare that people are hiring women on their teams. And I think it's important to keep a healthy balance of the two when curating style and image. So I think a lot of the girls are dressed alike in one way or another because they all have these queer male stylists who all kind of view women in fashion in the same type of way, the same as the makeup artists and the hairstylists. So what we are now getting is an oversaturation of the same look. Again, it may be one or two tweaks, but for the most part, we are getting the same type of look. And although I am excited for the collaboration with Law and Ryan, I have a very strong feeling based off of the Ralph Lauren look I've seen them do in the white look with the gold that they are going to style her as like Zendaya 2.0. And I just want Ryan just to do something completely different. Just so far from what she already is doing, something that is going to get the conversation started, something that will be as impactful as Rihanna's good girl gone bad moments. So this is who I think, again, everyone else can have their opinion. I'm only saying this because this video may get some new viewers who don't know how my style videos are structured. And this is how I will style her. This is not saying that you can't like her current style. This is not saying that you can't desire for her to be more in the safety zone. This is what I'm saying that I would like to see from her in the direction I would like to see her style go in. I would like to see Victoria Beckham on her mood board for style. I think that Aries women dress similar to Capricorn women when they take risk. I think that Victoria's style is enough in Ryan's comfort zone that she will be open to the change, but I think it's edgy enough that it completely shakes up what we currently see from her. I would like to see her just in more pieces that we remember. And I feel like that's not currently being done. Again, cute pieces, but I don't think we've really seen anything on her that would make us want to run to the store and buy it or put on a wish list. Like, if I was ever rich, I would buy this. Or, we don't really see looks from her that make us crave something. And honestly, sometimes I would like to see Ryan Destiny in less clothes, and not like in a tacky way or anything like that. But I feel like a lot of her styling, either she's covered up completely almost to her chin, and if she shows cleavage or her midriff, then she's covered up completely to her ankle. And it's like she is short. So we can do some many things on her. I would also love to see her in some casual looks too. I don't think everything has to be so costumey, if you will. And I think Victoria Beckham's style is very different from what we've seen. Also, before I forget, I would love to see a lot less masculinity in her styling. Now, I don't think that Ryan's face or hair gives masculine, but I think a lot of her newer styling is being geared in that direction, and I want it to stop. And I seen that Law went a little more feminine with the look, which I think was needed. But I just would love to see her in pieces that show off her physique, but in a classy way. Like, it doesn't have to take away from that natural timelessness that her style has. But it's kind of like, okay, Ryan Destiny to me reminds me a little bit of Tyla, of that riding the fence of either you are fully going to emerge into your womanhood, or you are going to capitalize off the fact that you kind of have one of those forever young type of faces. And for Ryan, I just want to see her look like a grown woman. And I feel like a lot of Ryan's features are rounded off, so it creates a level of softness to her face and youthfulness that even if the actual fashion look is a little bit more high fashion, it still doesn't give edgy, because her face and the hair and the makeup give so much of girl next door. So I think Victoria Beckham's style would really evolve Ryan's look into full-blown womanhood. And I would love to see more of that from her. Now, for hair, I want Eva Marcille on her mood board. I want Ryan Destiny's hair gone, gone, gone. People can feel how they want to feel about it. I said what I said. I want the hair gone. I want the black gone. I want her with hair that is going to shake the room and start the conversation, actually lead the conversation. That's what I want from her. I don't want any more soft body waves. I don't want any more little cute play-ups off of the natural hair that's the shorter length. I want her to shake the room up and take a real risk. I think, again, the fashion can be as high fashion as you want it to be, but the hair and the makeup is what really helps stick and land the look. And she has such a beautiful face. And I think a shortcut would really frame her face very well and solidify her in the realm of being a grown woman. And I actually don't mind her in bobs either, but I need the black hair gone. I'm tired of it. We've seen it almost the entirety of her career so far, and I would love to see her do something different. It's too safe. And I think this type of hair paired with the Victoria Beckham type of fashion would really get the people going. It will really make us feel something. It will really have us see her in a different light. And I know me saying that hair is probably scaring some people because, again, I think a lot of people see themselves within Ryan Destiny, and because they won't take risk in their personal style, in their own life, they also think that she shouldn't take risks. I think that's why some people were so offended by me saying that the style was boring, because a lot of people were like, oh, well, it's classic and timeless. Okay, classic and timeless can still be boring, especially if you see it all the time. And I think me saying that made people have a realization about their own style. So I feel like a short blonde cut or like a short blonde bob, again, we could adjust the tone of blonde to fit her complexion, but I think it's so different from what her peers are doing. No one is really shaking the table, again, because everyone is trying to make sure they don't look too urban. So the safest way to do that is everybody's walking around with this black hair, in the same curl patterns. And if they're wearing the natural hair, it's all styled the same way, because nobody wants to mess up their coin by looking too urban. But I don't think this shortcut would give her that urban type of look. I think it would truly give her that very edgy, true fashion girl type of look that we have been missing and craving. I'm not gonna lie, I have been looking for someone to fill that Rihanna void. Now, I'm not saying that I need them styled like Rihanna, but I need them to make us feel something like Rihanna did. Like, we need someone who's going to make us want to have the same hair as them, want to have the same makeup as them, want to have the same clothes as them. The nails, if she has tattoos, I'm not sure if she does, but so many things about Rihanna we just want it. And Rihanna's not the first person, but I'm just using her because I think she is one of the most prominent examples of this generation, of someone who really made us feel something. And I feel like, I think I've said this in another video, where I think Cardi B was someone who has a great style. I think her and Colin has a great partnership. But I still don't think that Cardi fashion evolution was as impactful as Rihanna's. And I think that Ryan Destiny fully has that potential. And I just feel like people are not tapping into it because they are so committed to having this idea of her being this classic timeless beauty, and we have to dress her like this, and she has to look like this. And it's just like, let's try something else. Because again, if we think about Rihanna's style when she first came out, she had the longer hair, the girl next door type of look. It was very different. And by giving her that edge, it literally changed the entire trajectory of her career. And that is what I am trying to, and I would love to see Ryan Destiny do. I don't think we need to see any more of the clean girl, classic, timeless looks from her. We got it. We get it. Good. You can do that. Let's see something else, and let's see something else that's going to put some pressure on your peers to step their cookies up. For her makeup, I want 90s supermodel Yasmeen Ghauri on her mood board for makeup. Now, Ryan makeup is not necessarily bad. It's cute. It's very on trend. And I think it's a little too much on trend. I think that the girls kind of see one makeup look and then everyone starts doing the same thing. But let me be clear, I do not think her makeup artist does a bad job. However, I would love to see her with more 90s supermodel runway type of glam. And because her face is so rounded and soft, I would love to see her face sculpted a lot more. And it's funny to say this, that I would like to see her face a little bit hardened, but not like in a super masculine way, but more like in a defined way. So that's why I said sculpted. I would love to see her with a different brow versus that traditional brow that we see on her. I just would love to see her with edgier makeup looks. Like, sometimes we could do natural, but I would just want to see what natural glam on her would look like through a 90s scope. I just want I would love to see more plays on her skin. Like I said, more plays on her skin, more plays on her brow, more plays on the eyeshadow, because she does play in it sometimes, but I feel like it's very trendy when it's done. And I would love to see it more done, like I said, in that 90s runway-esque type of fashion. I think Ryan has the face to pull it off. I also would love to see her in a different lip. I know people love it, but I'm tired of that brown lip. I would love to see her have some variation in the lip colors. And it's not to say that she can't ever do a nude, but I would love to see nude done in a different way, pink done in a different way. I would just love to see her in makeup looks that truly challenge current beauty standards, if they make sense. Like, I want to see her in makeup that is going to be a conversation starter. Kind of like when Pat did that fashion show recently and she gave like all the girls like that glassy type of porcelain skin. And not saying that I want Ryan to do that makeup look, but I want Ryan's makeup to have that much of a level of conversation and for it to be that memorable. Because currently, again, her makeup does not look bad currently, but I feel like we can go to 20 other girls' pages and see a glam that is being done similar. And I think that Ryan face and style is deserving of doing something different that's a little bit more groundbreaking, that challenges the status quo. That is what I would like to see from her. And I think the Victoria Beckham style with the Eva type of shortcut and the Yasmeen makeup, I think that would give her a roundabout style that is very different from what her peers are doing and would really elevate her image and get her in the conversation along with some press runs and interviews and stuff like that, because I think taking this type of look is deserving of a PR tour and a PR run. And I think if she can properly execute a look that's similar to this, I think it would change the narrative about her completely and would push her to the front of the line in the fashion conversation over her peers. That concludes my episode of Fashionable Trash Talk. Please let me know in the comments what you guys think and how you would style her. If you disagree with what I said, but let's keep the comments respectful. Any comments that are not respectful will be deleted. You can shop my style boards at LTK and Shop My. You can follow me on social media platforms like Instagram and TikTok at Ashley2_Aaliyah. Visit my website, www.ashleyleah.com, to book your styling session with me. You can visit my website, www.richbitchcollection.com, to shop my costume jewelry line. And finally, please help me get to 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 public watch hours so that I can monetize off of my channel. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you guys next episode.